Good evening, everybody. Really lovely to be here again. I've really been looking forward to doing this workshop tonight. So thank you so much for joining me and for being here for this time. I really hope that you are all well. We have had a phenomenal week with this beautiful pink supermoon in Scorpio. Very, very deep energies coming through. Very transformational, very mystical, very sensual. The ending of old kind of timelines and the starting of new. This is where we've been this week, and I don't know if any of you got to see the beautiful pink moon, but wow, it was absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I on Monday night accidentally got locked out of my flat, and I was in my pajamas. And I live on a farm, and I had to walk out across the farm in my pajamas to go and collect some new keys so that I could get back into my flat. And normally I would be like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. My son needed to be in bed and all of that. But actually I got to experience that full moon in its absolute glory. So it ended up being a complete blessing. But I really hope that you are all well tonight, and it is beautiful to see you all logging on. Thank you so much for being here. This is a very important workshop that we are doing tonight, because we are actually going to be looking at pain. Okay. Now, pain goes right across, okay? When we talk about pain, we are not just talking about physical pain, okay? We are actually talking about pain in general. And a lot of people will say, well, Cass, my emotional pain actually kind of becomes physical. And I'm like, of course it does. Absolutely. Because body, mind and soul are one. All right. And I say this often, and I'm going to say it again. Every single thing that we experience begins in the emotional body. All right. So everything. So that emotional body is the part of our body that we actually can't see. But boy, oh boy, we can feel it. So everything that we experience in our life goes to the emotional body first. And then what happens is it manifests into mental or physical pain, because tonight we are talking about pain. All right. So now I had a really interesting thing take place on Tuesday. All right. I'm actually working one-to-one with an amazing man, a personal trainer, who I started off doing a boot camp with him. But then actually I realized that my physical body wasn't ready for that high intensity. I really needed to be stretching. And I've known for a really, really long time that I need to stretch. Okay. In my younger days, I was a dancer. Right through my 20s, I was really active, living in London, always going out dancing and walking everywhere. But kind of in my 30s, since becoming a mum and since becoming a teacher, my physical levels slowed down a lot. And we all know what happens when you stop exercising. The body really takes its toll. And I've started to feel really tight. And after having a couple of weeks of doing this high intensity workout, I realized that my body wasn't actually ready for that kind of exercise, because I kept really hurting, which is great, but I felt really tight. So I spoke to my personal trainer. And I said to him, I feel like I need a good few weeks of stretching. And he said, great idea. So now instead listening to what my body actually wants, because this is really important. We need to listen to our bodies. Okay. I have now moved all of my sessions, 3 sessions a week, into stretch and mobility stretch sessions. And this is why I'm sharing this with you, because Um, on Tuesday we had our session, and we were doing some quad stretches. Okay, so the tops of the thighs, and I really struggle with these ones. These I find really hurt. Okay, and it puts pressure on my knees and whatever. And so we went into the first stretch, and for those of you that do stretching or yoga, you will know that it's very much focused around the breath. And as I started breathing and focusing on my breath, you know, which is something I absolutely love, I started connecting to the pain. And you will know stretching is painful, but you've got to work with it. You've got to listen to the body, and you've really got to be dedicated to the stretch, okay? I started connecting to the pain in my right quad. And very strange things started to happen. I started to feel various very deep emotions surfacing. And this was not necessarily from the pain. This was a lot deeper than that. And at one stage I thought, I'm going to burst into tears during my stretch session. And I thought, Lamar, my personal trainer, is going to think, she's really feeling this pain. She's really feeling the stretch. But it was a lot deeper than that. It was a lot deeper. And so when we moved over to the left-hand side and I started stretching into the left, we started to breathe and feel this pulling in my quad. And again, these really deep-seated emotions started to emerge. And again, I thought, I'm going to cry. So we do these in stages. We do them 3 times on each leg. And after the first stage, I actually said to Lamar, my personal trainer, I said to him, this is a lot more than a stretch, what's going on here. I'm actually tapping into what feels like emotional trauma, and I feel like I could potentially cry. So he was like, just work with it. And when we went into the second round, I thought, right, I'm really going to embrace this. I'm going to mindfully embrace this pain, and I'm going to allow it to show me what is coming up. So again, on the right leg, this pain started going in, and it was a lot more than the physical pain again. And this deep trauma started to emerge, and my eyes welled up, and I just breathed into it. And I thought, I'm going to release something here, okay, through this stretching. And what I actually gained from this experience, and just so tied in so beautifully with our topic for this week, was this pain that I had to work through in order to stretch my muscles out. I was holding a lot of trauma and stress within this area of my body. Okay, now we know through stress, our necks get sore, our backs get sore. There's various places that our bodies hold pain and trauma, okay? It can be trapped in the stomach. Some people hold stress in their feet. I'm one of those people. I've got really small feet, so a lot of my stress goes to my feet. And, I started to realize that this pain was actually, as I was breathing into it and really stretching out this pain, I was releasing some deep-seated emotions, some deep-seated trauma, and it really didn't feel good. It really didn't feel good. But here's the thing. It felt good because I was acknowledging the process that was happening, okay? And this is why I wanted to talk about this as we bring it into this workshop tonight. Because looking at pain, all right, be it emotional pain or physical pain, we know through doing various pain management workshops, and anybody that did my pain management workshop, you will remember that in order to manage our pain, we really, really have to understand it, okay? We have to get to understand it and know it. Only then are we able to manage it, okay? And this is very similar to us transmuting pain, because we need to, if we don't understand what's going on with our own self, okay, we are never going to be able to release, to embrace, to manage, to transmute, all right? We're never going to be able to do that. And for us as humans, in our human self, one of the biggest challenges we have is sitting with the uncomfortableness, be that pain, be that awkwardness, be that whatever it is, it's actually sitting with it. And most of the time, our initial reaction is, let's take something for that, all right? Whether that be a pharmaceutical drug or plant medicine, or be that unhealthy behaviors, okay, through alcohol, or, you know, whatever it is, our first response is let's combat it that way. But our pain is who we are. It has a story. It's got a really big story that it's trying to communicate to us, okay? And most of the time we have no idea what that story is because we don't honor it. We don't give it enough time because it's so uncomfortable that we either suppress it or we cover it up or we just pretend it's not there, you know, all those types of things. But pain is there to tell us something about where we're at in our life, okay? So any form of pain that we are going through, be that emotional or be that physical, it's not there to be horrible to us, okay? It's not the enemy. And this is the really important thing. It's not the enemy because it's part of us. What it's actually trying to do is communicate to us where we are at, okay? And I have in chronic physical pain, okay, has a real big, deep underlying issue going on the emotional level, okay, a real deep emotional level, be that through, you know, through disease or, you know, through trauma, you know, any type of physical pain that we're going through is very much connected to the emotional, and it's trying to communicate with us. It's trying to tell us a story about where we are at, okay? This workshop is not about pain management, although it definitely it's under the umbrella of pain management, okay? Because tonight we are actually looking at transmuting pain. And often when we've had ongoing emotional or physical pain, it becomes habitual. The way that we kind of deal with it becomes habitual. And more than often, we've got a really bad relationship with that pain because, ouch, it's hurting us, it's making us uncomfortable, it's debilitating, it prevents us from living a normal life. It's a constant ongoing battle, okay? But really, that's not what the pain is trying to do for us. What it's trying to do is it's trying to tell us about who we are, okay? It's trying to tell us about where we are at. And I know that there are people that will have chronic pain for the rest of their lives, okay? But here's the thing. We get to decide what type of relationship we have with that pain. We get to choose, nobody else. We could spend a lifetime on pharmaceuticals or various kind of drugs to help us. Or we could spend a lifetime having a really bad relationship and an ongoing war, okay, a war. Because it's battle after battle after battle. If nothing's getting done about it, that's what it is. It's a war, okay. Or we can decide that we are going to try and embrace this, all right, in the best way that we can, understanding that we aren't always going to have good times with it, and maybe try and understand how we can transmute it. And what I mean by transmute it is by completely changing that bad relationship into a better relationship. And I know for some of you, what I'm about to say now might actually sound so outrageous. Some of you might actually understand what I'm trying to say. But once we actually start to work with our pain, you may actually start to have gratitude for it. Okay. And I really get, if you're not connecting or resonating with what I'm saying, I understand that, okay? Because ongoing chronic pain, how do you have gratitude for that? But when we actually transmute our pain and we start to recognize, hey, you are actually showing me something about myself that I might really need to work on, Okay, there might be some deep-seated stuff that I'm not working. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know. Okay, thank you. By doing this, you are lightening the load of the pressure. All right, we know through the art of gratitude, through the practice of gratitude, how much lighter we begin to feel. All right. So if you think about having this real heaviness with ongoing pain, and then slowly but surely changing your relationship with it, changing it in such a way that actually you start to become grateful. Because that relationship is shifting. Okay. Because that relationship is actually shifting. Your relationship is shifting. That ongoing battle, that war that you're constantly having, that begins to shift as well. And then what starts to happen is your life becomes a lot lighter. It becomes more bearable. It becomes more manageable. It actually becomes pleasant, more pleasant. Okay, it's a long old journey for people that are suffering with chronic pain. It's a long old journey, because when I was speaking about the habitual kind of aspect to it, if you think of somebody who's been in chronic pain for 10 or 15 years, and for 10 or 15 years, every single day for those years, they have had this real battle, this real kind of bad relationship with their pain. It's on every single level. To transmute it and shift it is a really, really big level, because it's not going to just happen overnight. This is a slow process. This is about you connecting to your pain, okay? And starting to reestablish a new relationship, okay? So you're actually changing the entire dynamic of the relationship that you have with pain. It's a big, big, big deal. It's a really, really big deal, and it doesn't just happen overnight. And of course, these workshops that I do, they aren't, they're 30 minutes, and I can only touch on some of the topics that I share with you. But I'm hoping that, for those of you that have joined tonight, and for those of you that really want to start understanding and transmuting and managing your pain, you need to understand that it's changing the entire dynamic and relationship that you have with it. Instead of being, oh God, not you again. Every time I start to do something, you come. I can't do it. I'm in pain. I can't breathe properly. I can't concentrate. All that entire kind of process needs to be shifted to something along the lines of, oh, okay, you're coming again. Right. Breathing into it. Okay. Thank you for revealing to me what I need to know right now. Why you're coming in at this particular time. What am I actually doing? Okay. What are my patterns? So, your pain coming in at a particular time might be showing you that there are certain patterns, there's certain things that you do throughout the day that might make it stronger. So you're just slowing the process down and actually understanding, all right, you're coming in at this time. The next day, oh, yesterday you came in at this time. What was I doing? So it might actually be my daily behaviors. There's something within the day that's triggering it. This is the type of relationship dynamic that I'm trying to explain here. Oh, you're coming in again, right? You're showing me that actually I'm tired. I've done too much today. All right. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to go and take a rest now because you're coming in. Instead of, oh, not you again. I've got too much to do. I've got a busy schedule today, and now I'm in pain. I'm just going to go and pop some pills. It's that type of energy. It's this is how you're going to transmute. This is how you're going to transmute, by completely changing the dynamic of your relationship with pain. All right. And as this process starts to shift, so too you will then be able to maybe even bring in gratitude. And once we bring in the gratitude, that then starts to elevate the whole dynamic even more, making you feel a lot lighter. I really want to say before we go into the meditation tonight, in no way am I discrediting anybody who lives with chronic pain. That's not it at all. I get it. And what I want to say to you is, it's baby steps. This process is baby steps, okay? It begins with the intention that you want to change the dynamic of the relationship. That's the starting point, okay? And then it's tiny baby steps as you go. So I invite you now to join me for a meditation where we are going to invite in the energy of what we have to sit with, all right? And we're going to sit with it. We're going to sit with it. Before we go into this meditation, I just want to say as well, please do not suppress anything. If you feel any emotions surfacing within this meditation, that is perfectly okay. All right. If you're going to do this work and you want to be part of this, you need to honor absolutely everything that comes up and everything that surfaces. Okay. Everything, whether it's happiness, sadness, tears, laughter, whatever comes forward when you are doing this work, it's all exactly as it's meant to be. This is you. Your pain is not separate. It's you. It's you. It's part of you. It's coming forward to show you who you are. Okay? It's not the bad guy. It's not the enemy. Believe me when I say that. It's not the enemy. It's who you are. There is no separation. Okay? So honor, honor, honor. Embrace, embrace, embrace. Surrender. Surrender, surrender. And I say surrender with every bit of power I have, because right now it's about surrendering to what is and to who you are. Right. Let's take a really nice deep breath in through the nose, pulling it down into your diaphragm and into your tummy. And out. Let's take another really nice deep breath in, pulling it into your nose, into your diaphragm, and into your tummy. And if your eyes are open, gently close them now. Just pushing your shoulders back very slightly. And start to breathe as you normally breathe. Not trying to change your breath in any way, just being aware of it. Take your awareness down to the ground now. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel your connection to the ground. Breath and ground. Breath and ground. Start to connect now to the whole body. Feel your muscles in your head and your face. Feel it in your neck and your shoulders. Arms and hands. Chest and stomach. Your back, your hips, and your seated base. Through your seated base again, feel your connection to the ground. be that through your chair or your bed, or even if you're seated on the ground. Feel it now in your legs and your feet. Just connect now to the density of your whole body. You are in a space now where you are connected to your breath, to the ground, and to your whole body. Breath, ground, body. Take your awareness outside of your physical body now, connecting to the emotional body. This is the area surrounding your physical body. And a really good way to do this is by trying to feel the air surrounding your body. Feel the air surrounding your body. Breath, ground, body, emotional body. Embrace them all. And now, very gently, I invite you to connect to your pain, be that physical or emotional. As you are doing this, still remember to keep focusing on the breath and being present. If you are connecting to physical pain, feel that pain now in whatever location that is on the body. Even if it's the whole body, connect to it now. And as you are connecting to it, I want you to breathe into it. With intention, you are welcoming that pain in now. With intention, you are honoring that pain. For those of you that are connecting to emotional pain, invite that pain in now. And be aware of any parts of your body that you may feel connected to that emotional pain. And again, breathe into it and sit with it. Just sit with that pain. However uncomfortable this may be, we are persevering, allowing, surrendering, and breathing. Keep sitting with it. Keep sitting with it. All is as it's meant to be. Just go with it. This process is called befriending pain, for this is the only way that we can ever begin to manage it or transmute it. This is the first step. Breathe into it and keep persevering. allowing, surrendering. And quietly repeat after me. Thank you, pain, for revealing to me what I need to know about myself and where I'm at. I am hoping to change the dynamic of our relationship, for I am now ready to work with you, not against you. Our relationship to date has not been good, but I am ready to change this, for I honor you and everything you are teaching me about my life and about myself. Thank you, pain, for showing me who I am and where I'm at. Breathing into it. Honoring and surrendering. Allowing. And just gently place your hands in the prayer position by your heart center. Bowing down very gently with gratitude to yourself. Bringing your awareness to your breath. Feeling the ground beneath you. Bringing it up into the physical. Just gently move your shoulders. Just flexing the spine very slightly. Moving your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, gently bring yourself back and open your eyes. Okay. I thank you all so very much for joining me tonight, and I really hope that you have found this workshop beneficial and useful. Please make sure that you have a beautiful glass of water, okay? And I send you all so much love. I'm just about to move over to the Vortex page now. I'm doing a live at 8 o'clock our time in the UK, all about awareness, okay? And please feel free to message me if you have any questions about how you can manage your pain. I am sending so much love to all of you, from my heart to your heart, and I shall hopefully see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.